the state.
DWI and the Travis County District Attorney's Office, new reaction from a new case involving one of their own. We're learning more tonight after another drunk driving arrest of someone working at the Travis County District Attorney's Office.
Assistant District Attorney Brandon Grunwald was arrested Sunday. Austin police were called to the scene of an accident yesterday evening in which Grunwald was a part of. And this is only putting more pressure on DA Rosemary Lemberg and her office. She's refused to step down in the wake of her guilty plea to her own drunk driving charge back in April. KXAN's Angie Bevan has new reaction.
Austin police say Brandon Grunwald was involved in an accident Sunday afternoon leading to his arrest. They say he ran his Land Rover into the back of a Mini Cooper. The crash happened on the southbound frontage road of Mopac near Barton Skyway. Officers who responded say they suspected Grunwald had been drinking. The report says they noticed a strong smell of alcohol. Also, they noted his eyes were bloodshot and watery and he was slurring his speech. Officers say he was uncooperative and even lying. This comes just a few months after District Attorney Rosemary Lemberg's DWI arrest in April. Austin attorney Carrie O'Brien filed a lawsuit to have her removed from office. We talked to him about this arrest of one of her own.
Lemberg's own policy, District Attorney's own policy says that if you bring disrespect, disrepute on the office, in your personal life, you're going to be terminated. When she decided to stay in office, she threw that policy out the window. And now she either fires this person and is a hypocrite, or she can't enforce any standards for the rest of her staff.
Attorney Brian Roark, who is representing Grunwald, tells us his client made a mistake that he's sorry about. And we also talked to Lemberg. She tells KXAN, I have never terminated an employee for a first offense DWI, and we've had employees with first offense DWI up and down the ranks. Police say Grunwald refused a breathalyzer and didn't do the field sobriety test. The report says he kept walking away from the officer trying to administer the test. Now, all of this as today protesters invited the media and met this morning outside DA Lemberg's house. It was a small group, but they held what they called a retirement party, pushing her to give up her position.
We are all humans, yeah, you're right, but I am not a publicly elected official that prosecutes DWIs. She is, and she has one of her own on her own record. And we think the hypocrisy is terrible.
Since her guilty plea and rehab, DA Lemberg has maintained she made a mistake. By the way, if there were to be any additional action against Assistant DA Grunwald, it would be up to the DA to make that decision. Live in the studio, Angie Bevan, KXAN News.
Going further, ultimately, the fight over all of this controversy has shifted some of the cost to Travis County taxpayers. Last week, Travis County commissioners approved spending $1.7 million on the Public Integrity Unit. It prosecutes fraud and public corruption and operates under the Travis County District Attorney's Office. The commissioners made the move after Governor Perry vetoed funding for the corruption unit in June. Governor Perry said he yanked the funding because Rosemary Lemberg was in charge of that unit and she had lost the public's confidence following her DWI arrest. She also refused to heed his calls to resign. And as it stands now, Travis County commissioners are still figuring out where they will draw that extra $1.7 million from. And despite the funding, the Public Integrity Unit will lose 6 employees and their caseload will shrink.